Alright guys, exciting times here in the game room. Got a new arcade pickup. Area 51, Site 4, obviously, as you can see. This one's been on my list for quite a while, ever since I started collecting arcade machines. There's my other two over there. Um, Area 51, Site 4 specifically, just because I'm trying to go for an arcade collection that you can't get anywhere else besides having the real thing, minus MAME and all that other garbage. I don't believe in emulating games. Anyway, yeah. So Area 51 never ported to a console. Only way to play it was to play the real deal on an arcade machine. So this one's been on my list for quite a while. Finally picked it up. Hasn't even been a week yet. I picked it up last Sunday. Today's Saturday. It was a 2-hour drive, nice and easy. Paid $400 for it. The dude had no idea. Didn't really have any knowledge about the machine. I actually show up there and I'm telling him how things work, how to get into the service menu and things like that. And luckily, didn't have to do all that much stuff to it. Just your standard. I mean, it was filthy, as you can imagine. These things usually are. That people keep them in garages and things like that. That's where this guy had his kept. It was in a dusty old race car shop garage right next to a big giant open garage door. Basically out in the elements. Just just covered in dust and grease. The guns were all covered in grease from people working on stuff and then coming over to play on the game. Anyway, besides your standard wipe down with tons and tons of Lysol wipes and paper towels and Windex, I'll just go over all what I did to it thus far. And right now, it's a finished project in my eyes. So standard wipe down with Lysol wipes. It was filthy. Took the grill off for the speaker. That was covered in years and years of people's dead skin cells all the way from 1998. Cleaned the guns down. All these grooves in here were covered in black and disgusting grease. So they shined up really well. You see a lot on these Site 4s. The buttons are swapped in the wrong directions when it comes into play on the game, but these buttons were actually correct, so that was nice that I didn't have to take the speaker out to get to these buttons, because I hear that's a pain. The dude there was locks, but he didn't have the keys for it, so ended up swapping out the locks. Fixed the coin mech. This one was working, but this one was, it was simple. This one was just out of whack. It was you'd put a quarter in here and it was just getting stuck somewhere down in there. So it was just out of alignment, and I just had this tab pulls out and you can fix the coin mech, so that was easy. Replace the bulbs. The bulbs are out up here. That was nice and simple. Got rid of the ugly lock bar that he had going across here. That was simple. I didn't even have to break out the tools for that one. They were just finger tight. I could just loosen the nuts. Missing the coin box, but they're kind of expensive. They're like, for a replacement coin box for this thing, it's like gonna cost me like $40 to $50. So as for right now, I think I'm just gonna leave it without the coin box. Not really make or break there. As of today, finally got the marquee working, replaced the bulb a couple days after I got it. The 15 watt, 18-inch fluorescent light bulb. Excuse me. But only the ends were lighting up, so I figured, maybe it's the starter. I really don't want to replace the whole balance. And get into all that. So went to the hardware store this morning and got a replacement starter solenoid, and that fixed the issue. Got a full fluorescent light bulb up there, so that wasn't too bad of a fix. And overall, like, once I cleaned it up, the cabinet is in really nice shape. Like you see, like T-mold, it gets like all dry and cracky over time. Like this T-mold is in great shape. I mean, it's got their usual, scuffs from moving, and it looks like somebody splattered some black spray paint on this side. But you can only see it up close. From afar, you're never going to see it. And this side, it's actually going to be tucked in this corner over here, so this side's never going to be seen anyway, so that's not a big deal. Coming around to this side, basically, I mean, the same condition as the other side. Got your standard going through doorway scratches, but I mean, it still looks great to me. And I notice a lot in these arcade pickup videos, people never show you the inside of the cabinet. And that's like, I'm a big nerd about this stuff. I want to see the inside too. So I'm going to show you guys the inside. It's got a Neotech 2515 monitor in it that is still crisp, has great color bars, powers on really fast. Show you right here, even the tube is in great shape. Good emissions. I checked the power supply. The voltage is good. I cleaned up the board a little bit. I mean, it was just a little dusty. Just took one of those hair dryer looking blowers from Amazon to it. So I mean, I was surprised. The board really wasn't that bad, and neither is the monitor. A little dusty, but I'm not too worried about it. Replaced the CMOS battery. It was already saving my settings that I was, because I put it on free play. That's one of the things I was explaining to the guy. I was like, yeah, so you're putting in credits there, but you can just go into the main menu and put it on free play. He's like, oh, I'm scared to mess with these things. So, but yeah, I set it on free play once I picked it up and got it home, and it saved the settings. It saved the volume settings, but I just replaced the CMOS battery just because. This just showed up in the mail right as I started recording this video. I ordered the manual and some replacement stickers off eBay for $7. Man, can't beat that. But and it came. All the stickers are well. This one isn't. It came with all the stickers for the cabinet. This hard drive sticker was in good shape. I replaced this one. This one was barely on there. Wasn't really legible anymore at all. This one's good. I'm going to leave this one here just because it has that stamped date of manufacturer on there. Even though you can barely see it, but I don't want to get rid of that. And then this one was pretty rough, so I replaced this one. And you get behind the light fixture up here, but it's really hard to get this latch off without taking the whole back door off and then like lifting up with your hand like that. So it's only held in. There's the lock, which is it's the same lock as the back door, which I do have the key for. And then it's held in by these two screws, and then you're supposed to just pull it up, I guess, but it's really hard. Like there's nowhere to like get in there with your fingers to actually lift the door up. So I installed this handle this morning too. So if I ever have to take that off again, it's as simple as just lifting it up like that. But yeah, I'll get it back in the corner here and turn it on for you guys so you guys can see the game in action. But really happy with this one. Really happy how it turned out. It wasn't all that much work at all for me to get it up and running perfectly in less than a week's time. I would definitely call that a win. So I'm going to cut the camera here and get it back into position. All right, it's back into position, and don't mind the mess here. We're working on what we're going to do with this little area here where my gaming laptop is going to be. This is going to be the new arcade area here, and we haven't gotten around to putting all this stuff back together yet because we still got a desk coming in the mail and things like that for the gaming laptop. So let me just turn on the machine here and show you guys how it looks. That marquee is so much brighter now. It was really dim with only the two ends being lit previously. Hard drive is still working great. Power's on really quick, in my opinion. I'm sure you guys have all seen this before, so let's just start it up real quick and I'll play a little bit. Not going to play a whole lot because I'm sure you've all seen the gameplay before. Here we go. One thing I don't like about this game is not having the reload function. Unlimited ammo. I feel like reloading takes a lot of the... Or not reloading, it takes a lot of the fun out of it. Worrying about your ammo, it's nerve-wracking at times. Makes it a little too easy. Show you guys the other gun is working too. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Looks awesome. Love it. But thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on the game room for the end of this year.